Gia, thank you. In the digital dive this morning, the so-called phase 2, as you just heard from Ellery, not sitting well with a lot of folks, including religious leaders here in Minnesota. Nearly 700 of you sharing your thoughts right now on our Carolyn Facebook page. Meanwhile, leaders of the Minnesota Catholic Conference and the Lutheran Church Missouri Synod say they will defy the governor's order and hold in-person services. The governor's plan would allow only 10 people in a place of worship, but Archbishop Bernard Ebda and several other bishops around the states sent a letter to the governor with a different plan. They say they'll hold services with 1/3 capacity and strict sanitation. In that letter, church leaders say those services could begin as soon as Tuesday. Now, as I mentioned, so many of you feel very passionately about this one. Nathan here wrote a long post saying the church's decision to defy the governor sets a horrible precedent. He says voicing displeasure in the decision is fine, but defying the order is different. Angie also had some strong words to share. She says faith is not inside of a building, faith is inside each of us. This is not leading a flock, but bringing them to slaughter. And there's a lot of people like Melissa who approve the church's decision. She says anyone who wants to go, amen to you. So happy people are standing up for their constitutional rights. So a lot of interesting, very strong takes there as expected. Now the governor's office did release a statement overnight after they heard this news from leaders in the church community saying that this is a very challenging situation for Governor Walz and that he's actually going to be meeting with the Archdiocese later this week to discuss this. So it'll be interesting to see what happens, after they have that conversation, Gia.
Yeah, people